So I got a scripture journal so I could copy the Psalms in it. And so let's unbox it together and see what we have here. I'm excited. I have been wanting to do this, go on this little endeavor to copy the Psalms. I don't have like a time frame for it, but I'm going to try to just do a little something every day, even if it's just one verse to copy and to meditate on. I was in a Bible copy club, and you check your email and you kind of go to the scripture every day, and they have like another verse for inspiration, and I just don't have the time to do that. So I thought, like, what if I got a scripture journal just for it? And this is beautiful. It has birds and flowers. It has this picturesque landscape of the Psalms. Of the picturesque landscape of the Psalms. It says Psalms. It has a picturesque landscape. Then it has, I guess, hummingbirds at the top. And let's turn it over. Let's see what the cover looks like. The cover is the same on the back. It is, let's open it up. So this is the ESV version of it. And it is lined. So it's lined here. Lines are very faint. So if you wanted to do something else in it, like devotional drawing or lettering or whatever, you know, the lines are faint so they wouldn't disrupt that. And it has a pretty good size print. And this is a look at it. Let's see what the details say. And so this is a scripture journal, spiral bound edition. It's the full ESV text of the book of Psalms, single column format, thick opaque cream colored paper, lightly ruled page opposite each page of the Bible text, readable 11.75 font with wide margins, and it's spiral bound. They suggest that you can use it for sermon notes, to record prayers as you read through God's words, copy scripture to help you memorize specific passages, write thoughts and takeaways from small group Bible study and family worship, enjoy one-on-one Bible reading with friends, coworkers, or neighbors. Okay. Create beautiful artwork in the wide margins alongside the text. So I was thinking of using it for, I was like, this would be beautiful to have to pray through the Psalms. But I decided to use it for copying the Psalms. So I was excited to get started on my scripture writing. So I did just buy this, but I started writing, and I added a little scripture writing lady here. And so for the first page, this is how it looks. It's an 11.5, is it 11.25? 11.75 font with wide margins. So almost 12-point font. And then here's how the handwriting came out on the other side. So I'm thinking of maybe, I got some brush color watercolor pens. And so if I can master watercolor florals with that, then maybe doing that in like extra space, because I might have extra space. So I have these Husami 005 fine liners that I got from Amazon, and I use that here on this one. And so you could see on the other side that it's a little shadowing, but you really can't see anything. It's not a big deal at all. And then on this page, I use the Le Pen pastel colors, and it's a 0.3 millimeter tip. And so use that here. And I'm still working on this page, and you can see how that looks. And because it's a bit thicker, you can see it more. But again, it's just a bit of shadowing, no bleed through. These are very thick pages, thicker than traditional Bible pages. So I'm enjoying it so far. and beautiful to look at. Lots of room to copy scripture, or if you want to draw here, if you want to pray through the Psalms, if you want to do devotional type of journaling, like so much space to be able to do it, and also space to take notes on the margins as well. These sides have wide margins. So I'm really happy with this. And I also wanted to see how the Pigma Micron did in here, and I'm sure it'll do well. But this is the 05, because I know a lot of people use this in their Bible journaling. This is the Pigma Micron 05, and it also did well here. You can see like a little shadowing, no bleed through. And again, these are thicker pages, so I think that any pen would work in here. Again, this is the Pigma Micron. This is the pen, and then this one is that Husami brand. And I prefer this one only because of the size, because it's a 005. And so if you have bigger handwriting, then the smaller the pen, of course, you can fit more in because it's a smaller line and not as thick. And so, yeah, like that is how they look. These are very thick, nice pages. And so the next thing is maybe I'll do some drawing or something in here, maybe a flower or something, and see how that works out. So I have these watercolor pencils. Since I have all the space left on the first page, I'm going to try a simple flower here in the extra space that I have. And so let's see how that turns out. So it's just a, it's thicker paper, but it's not thick paper, watercolor paper. So adding water to it is going to wrinkle it probably, but we'll just see what happens. Because it's a thicker paper, I think that it should not wrinkle too bad when it dries, and I'm not putting a lot of water. And so it looks like it's taking it pretty well. It came out pretty nicely. So that's our finished product flowers using the watercolor color pencils. And then also I went in with the 005 fine liners, and I put a line here since it was kind of smeary with the watercolor, and I also just put a yellow line there in the center. And just make sure you put something under it. I just put the Scripture Journal paper under it, but it didn't show through except for really right here. And that's because I added some lines here after I had put the water down. I added more color lines, and so that made it show through. So be careful with that. But otherwise, this is pretty thick paper that you can do a lot with: hand lettering, watercolor paints, I'm sure like brush pens that can watercolor. So I'm happy with this purchase, and I'm happy with getting started with my scripture writing. So enjoying it. And so I hope this helps. And I'll link as much as I can below. I did get these a long time ago, probably over a year ago. So if I can find these, then I'll link these as well, the color pencils or something comparable. Be blessed today and all.